Hello. Welcome to PRChomps. I believe this is episode 8. I'm your host, PRC, and I'm here with two of my good friends from the Miniverse, Joe the Axe. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
And of course, the famous, world famous, loyalty is everything, Mr. Robbie V. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's going on? Let's start talking some Super Bowl eats. Keep pounding on those pounds in the belly.
So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're gonna talk about Super Bowl party snacks, Super Bowl party foods, what you do, what you like, what you don't like. I'm interested to learn from you two because when I grew up, my parents were still in college, so we didn't have a lot of money. But like one day out of the year, the Super Bowl, they ordered food, so they didn't really cook that day, so they ordered a lot of food. We got like Domino's and KFC and stuff, so it was really cool. But I guess we'll start now. Joe, do you cook or do you order food?
I cook. I
Okay.
cook. It's I don't want to say it's my Super Bowl, but I love making appetizers, and
Okay.
that's the best opportunity I have to make as many of them as I want. So, and we're actually having people over this year, so it's an excuse to make more. So I'm
Nice.
looking forward to it.
Robbie.
Cook. So this is the thing.
Okay.
There's so many rules like that I've broken over the years. So first off, don't go out the night before the Super Bowl. I've done it many times. It just doesn't work out. You're hungover the next day. It's not good. I also broke a candle at Danny and Billrica's apartment, and it was lit. So I had a fun time cleaning that the next day. So that's my advice: is don't overdo it the night before. If you cook, yeah, I mean, look, you got to get the good apps. You got to get the good. You got to get the good. You know, crock pot going. That's a clutch thing. And if it's just you and the wife or you and significant other, you get the prime rib going. I did that one episode. I did that one episode 1 year. It was good. It was really
You
good.
did prime rib?
All right, so this is what you do
Yeah, hit me.
because you put the prime. There's like a special. It was like a sauce or something. It was rosemary, like cheese. Melt it, and I think some other things. You whisk it up. I mean, you can find it on Google. That's where I found it. I don't remember from 5 years ago since I have a kid. But then you heated the oven for 500 degrees, but you only let it for 5 minutes. After that, you just killed the heat. 2 hours later, at the half, your meal is ready to go. As long as your
Really?
apps are ready to go. Yeah, it was money. The best money I ever spent.
No
Yeah.
And
shit.
it's always tempting to open the oven, but you gotta leave it closed.
Yeah, no, you just
Yeah,
like
keep
walk
the heat
away.
in.
Like I started at like 6 o'clock, and I think it was by the half or almost the half, it was ready to go.
That's what they say in barbecue. Like, don't open the lid and stuff when you're.
Hmm.
The phrase is, if you looking, you ain't cooking. So
No,
that was one of the things I learned when I first learned to barbecue. Joe,
Very
do you
true.
do like a big ass meal like that, like, or do you do like more like snacks and like finger food stuff?
Um, it's mostly finger foods, but what I am going to do this year, I really like to use my smoker. I have a green egg, so this year I'm going to be smoking some chicken wings.
Oh no shit.
So at the temperatures that we've had, sometimes it gets frozen a little bit around the top. So that's the time I've got to get out my well, not my flamethrower, but I got to get some fire in there and then like warm it up right around the edge, not the ceramic part, but just the little cast iron part so I can get the vent open. But once I get it in there, leave it shut, put some hardwood apple. Usually I use apple wood in there and get a
nice.
good smoke going in there. So I'm going to be smoking some wings. And then aside from that, there'll be some hot appetizers. I've got hot dips, I've got cold dips. And then usually I'll do, well, I'll break it down some more in a minute, but I'll do like a charcuterie board, like an adult one, and then like a kid friendly one. So, but as far as like big foods, really, I guess it's not that big, but I'll do the smoked chicken wings for like the more filling portion, I guess.
You can also do the crock pot beef stew. That
Yeah.
is because like you can set that so what was it 6 o'clock 8? you can set that so it'll just be ready at the half. So if like I had people over one year, so I just set it up at 12, and I was like, I just put a bunch of bowls, bread next to it, and I was like, hey, here you go. Like crock pots off, start yourself because you want to watch the game. You need to like get game prep before because if you're walking around like flipping things, it's like you're gonna miss half the game, gonna miss the commercials. It's like what are we doing here?
So it starts at like not a weird time, but it starts at like 6:30. Like, do you think people come to a Super Bowl party expecting to eat their dinner, or are they just coming to like just snack while the game goes on? I've always thought about that because I don't know if I were to host a party, like I don't know if I'd be cooking for like a dinner thing or like just whatever.
I just expect that people are going to come hungry.
Okay.
But they know I cook, so they don't usually eat too much ahead of time because I usually make too much food anyway because it's just fun for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're smoking chicken wings, I'm not eating before that. I'm fucking going over hungry as hell, man.
Yeah. But I'll time it out so the hot foods come out. Like you'll have some stuff, but then, maybe by the second quarter, there's another thing that's coming out of the oven. And then I also have, and I don't know if this is just a Midwest thing, but we don't have just like one crock pot. I've got like the big crock pot, but then I also have tiny ones that are, about the size that I use for my hot dips, just to keep them warm. Because you don't want your queso getting cold. Nobody wants that.
No.
Do you guys do deviled eggs in Ohio?
We do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
I
actually didn't have that on my menu, but that is one of my items I like to make.
Robbie, you do deviled eggs in Massachusetts?
I've been to not Super Bowl parties, but I've been to parties where they've been there, and they're actually really good.
Oh my god.
The one, what was it? I think for like Super Bowl parties, usually obviously you get like the staples, like the chips, but and whatnot. But in Mass, it's all about the Cape Cod chips. Cape Cod chips are cash. I mean, they're unbelievable. Like the barbecue ones are great. The ones with the ruffles, they're unbelievable. I mean, you get the party bag, just dump those, you're good to go. And obviously tortilla chips and salsa, but I'm a big what's that called guy? Mango salsa guy. I love mango salsa.
Yeah, this year on that note, and it's going to be kind of a similar-ish taste, is I'm breaking out the prickly pear salsa. I'm so excited about it. Dante brought it back from Arizona when he went out a couple weeks ago. Prickly pear salsa is the best.
What is prickly pear salsa? Yeah, enlighten me.
It's the fruit actually from a prickly pear cactus. It's kind of got a citrusy flavor. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit citrusy. Just kind of gives a whole different vibe. It's really delicious. I also use I make a prickly pear margarita out of prickly pear syrup. It's delicious.
There's actually a prickly pear cactus, huh?
Oh yeah. It's the one that has like the little pads where it kind of looks like the size of your hand, and then it's like another one that's attached to it and another one that's attached to it. It's that one.
Oh no shit.
And then it gets a little red fruit on the top of it. It's got a bunch of seeds in it, but once you get those out and scrape it out, you can make all kinds of stuff with it.
The only time I ever heard prickly pear was that Nick Cage movie. I forget which one it is. The one where he goes to Vegas to just drink himself to death.
Oh, Leaving Las Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably it, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But when he's dancing in front of the pool and he's like, I'm a prickly pear. They pass it through the table.
It's such a sad movie, but it's so good.
It is a great movie. He's a good actor. I don't know why he gets the Nickelback treatment, man. Everybody thinks he sucks.
Oh, he's awesome.
Are there any don'ts for like a Super Bowl party, snacks or foods or anything? As you ever like encountered somebody that just brought something and you're like, the fuck is that?
Trying to remember. Somebody, I don't know. It's like you forget about it. You're like, oh hey, thanks. Like, grab a cocktail.
I don't know. Probably just like a plain green salad would probably not really fit. I don't think too many people are going to be digging into that. No. I mean, you do want some fresh veg for your dip, but people don't usually dig into that too much.
What about ants on a log?
What is that?
I
Never heard
would
of ants on a
not
log?
do
Never
that.
heard of that, man.
Unless you're having a bunch of kids, I would not do that for a Super Bowl party. Do you do yours with peanut butter though, or do you do
Yeah.
yours with cream cheese?
Peanut butter and raisins.
What is this?
No. Celery.
No? It's vegetable though.
Floss.
Yeah.
It's basically just vegetable floss.
All right.
So yeah, it's celery, and you like cut it in half so it's got the little dip into it, and then you fill it with peanut butter and put little raisins on top.
Oh, nice.
So it looks like ants on a log. But that'd be a good vegetable, I think, if you were to bring a vegetable, because it kind of, you got a little peanut butter and yeah, it's a terrible snack. I'm sorry.
I had a couple people the year that the Pats beat the Falcons. I had a Super Bowl party, and I put out the beef stew and put out some other stuff, and then everybody left at the half except for my buddy Pat, Sarah, and my buddy Greg. And I just remember people were taking roadies of the beef stew home. I was just like, "You guys are kidding me!" Like, I was like, "That's a huge don't." And like, my buddy Pat looked at me. He was just like, "Need anything?" I was like, "Yeah, just grab me another drink." And he just looks at me. He's like, "Dude, taking roadies of beef stew, huh, Rob? Huh?" And I'm like, "He's like Robbie V. I didn't see that one coming for freaking tonight." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a big don't. Like, I know the game's going bad, but my God, like, I don't know."
It must have been good though. Must have been good.
Yeah, I was shocked. Even my buddy Chris the next day is like, he called me up. He's like, "I wish we stayed, man." He's like, "That was my bad." But I have to admit, man, he's like, the wife drove me, me and the family home. He's like, "The beef stew was really good, dude." I'm just like, glad the kids appreciate it. Now I'm scrounging for lunch next day at work, but whatever. No,
Do you want the food to be gone at the end of the day, or do you secretly hope for like leftovers so you can have some lunch for kind of like Thanksgiving?
I hope that it's gone. It never is totally gone because I usually make too much or too many things. But generally, yeah, because my family is not really good about eating leftovers in general. So then it's just gonna end up going to waste. So unless it's something I can freeze. If it's something I can freeze, that's fine.
Yeah, I think.
But generally, I'd rather not have leftovers.
I think
Unless it's brisket. That's always
yeah,
good.
No, just take that down. Like, just put this away. I think if it's pizza, I think everyone wants you just want that gone. But if you're doing something like, I don't know, I know one year I didn't do it for the Super Bowl, but like jambalaya, that's something you would want sticking around.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I've cooked jambalaya. I mean, and the people who have ate it are still among the living, so it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a good option for like a Super Bowl party, like a big just pot of jambalaya or a gumbo or something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same lines as the beef stew.
Yeah, you just got some.
So I think that's that seems like an essential thing, like just a big pot of something that someone can just grab and go and just eat while they're watching and shit.
Yeah. What do you usually do, PRC, for your main attraction?
So I think I'm on the same boat as you, is that like wings. Like for some reason, like just wings, they have to go at a Super Bowl party, like for that and stuff like that. Chili. I like chili. It's a weird one, but I'm a big chili guy around here. And a lot of chips. I'm a big chips person too, like Robbie V. And I like the Cape Cod ones. I also like the Lay's dill pickle are good. And what is it? The voodoo chips. You had the voodoo chips?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you see they have a new one that's the Mike's Hot Honey flavor?
Oh shit. Really?
They do. It's really good.
I love the.
Have you guys tried Dot's pretzels?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, Robbie.
Snyder's
you gotta do
Hanover.
yourself a favor.
The honey
Snyder's
mustard?
in Hanover, man, is good.
No, Dots is a whole nother level. It's a pretzel stick, man. They got like 5 or 6 different flavors. It's fucking fantastic. I think I might actually do Dots pretzels for my Super Bowl party this time.
Do you do the twists, like the little ones?
The little ones. Aren't they all little twisty ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the little twisty ones.
Yeah. The
They have a bunch of
Southwest is
different
my
flavors.
favorite.
Mhm.
The Hatch chili ones or whatever.
Mhm.
Tacos are tough to do like during the Super Bowl just because it's so much like you have so many things going on and like cooking the beef and tomatoes. If you run out of salsa, that's always a little bit of a no-no. Just on a
I had a
random.
friend do a taco bar, and you're right about that. It became like a sloppy mess. Taco shit was in different pans. Like people are dropping stuff on the floor.
Mm.
It's not a good one, especially if I were hosting a party, because like what people don't think about, like you got to clean up afterwards. Like
Yeah,
like
you
if you're
do.
hosting, like it's fun and games while the game's going on, but afterwards you got a mess on your hands, especially you got a big ass taco bar and stuff like that.
Do you
I
I
guys
look.
use the disposable trays, so you can just fold that stuff up and get it in the garbage.
Has anybody
What
done
if-
catering?
Not for Super Bowl. No, I have for Christmas parties once in a while, but only when we're having like doing the company party. Other than that, no. I'm
Yeah,
usually
This year I'm getting the Chick-fil-A, the tray of nuggets.
nice.
So I think that'll be a good thing. We're big chicken people here.
That's a good one. And then they also have like the all the sauce bowls basically too, which is good.
What's your favorite sauce?
The Chick-fil-A sauce.
Okay.
I've never had Chick-fil-A.
What?
What?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
How have you not had Chick-fil-A?
I just do. There's not too many up here in Boston or in Wayne or whatever. And I don't know. It was just never a go-to for me. I always just went to, I don't know, just never did. I mean, we shouldn't be really surprised by this. Maybe we should. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Late night.
When I come up there, I'm bringing you Chick-fil-A. You got to try it at least once, man.
Yeah, there's one in Hanover. I probably should try it. I mean, I just haven't.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah, I know. I'm not like a McDonald's guy. I'm not like a Burger King or any of that. I don't know. It's just like a lemon pizza, I guess. That was my advice. And goldfish. Like you always have to have goldfish is like a staple for any party. You always have to have like pizza goldfish. If the game is going wrong or your square is not hitting, just grab some goldfish. You'll feel a little better. And it's like you can't like drink too much during the Super Bowl because you might want to remember it. Like you don't need people leaving your like residence just like, hey, is that guy good to drive? Or hey, should I call you an Uber? It's just so much time consuming. I don't know.
Do you tell people to bring drinks, or are you supposed to provide drinks? I don't really know like the etiquette behind that.
Depends on who's invited. Like for our draft party for fantasy, people brought stuff because they just brought whatever it was that they wanted to drink. But for most stuff, I don't usually have people bring stuff. Like I'll have generally like just a basic beer and seltzer, and then I'll usually do like a signature cocktail sort of thing. Dante makes a really good espresso martini, or I'll do margaritas or something like that. But and then I always have a non-alcoholic beverage like a sparkling juice or something like that, besides water and that kind of thing.
Robbie, what do you do?
Usually buy, but like my friends usually just bring. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, and then definitely just get like soda, water. I know for one person, this probably happened like I think it was in college, or not college, like shortly after. Somebody brought a handle of like something really good. It was like really good whiskey, and I was just like, I'm not touching that. I'm not going to appreciate it, whatever. And there was a bunch of people who just went to town, which I don't know, who definitely didn't appreciate it. Definitely, I was a little surprised. I was like, wow, that's bold. You just met this guy like 15 minutes ago. Like, all right. And I guess by the end of the night, they left, and the guy just said to me, he's like, well, that's kind of rude. I was just like, I barely know those guys. I was like, all right, well, hey. And your squares didn't hit, so you're just pissed off all around. All right, see you later. Like, I should catch my catch my ride home, and all right.
Yeah, I had a friend who I finally had to tell him he had to bring his own beer because we would provide it, and he would just get shit faced every time, just hammering.
Yeah, it's just
Hmm.
it's not a good thing. I mean,
So I think if you were planning to drink heavily at a party, you should bring your own beverages, not just toward the host's beverages the whole time.
yeah,
Common courtesy, decency.
Yeah, I mean, back in probably 06 to 013, when you go, you just crash and just go to. I mean, I would just crash and go to work the next day from wherever I was at.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely don't want to start drinking freaking see a $300 bottle of scotch and be like, oh hey, can I have a glass? It's like, dude, it don't work like that.
Yeah, no. If it gets too late, if people are drinking a lot, then I'll usually end up just making sure that the real expensive stuff is just in the back of the cabinet above the fridge, so that doesn't get touched because, yeah, that'll happen, and I'll just have the regular mixer kind of general stuff out, and then go from there, because by that point nobody's going to care. And then yeah, if they're drinking too much, then I've got extra room in the basement they can go. I have, it doesn't, that sounded creepy, but no, I have we have, it's a finished basement down here.
Oh, nice.
And there's extra room and stuff, so where we've had over COVID and stuff like that, where people needed a place to crash or whatever, we've got room. So people need to stay, they're always welcome.
Yeah.
Or I'll drive them. So
What happened to? Do they still do kegs? I haven't seen kegs in a long time.
Yeah, I would think
yeah.
so.
There's a Voodoo Brewery, the Voodoo beer, actually opening up a new brewery not far from us.
No shit.
So I'm excited about that. But yeah, they do like pony kegs usually, not huge ones, but people do them for grad parties or whatever.
Does Heineken still sell that keg?
The tiny one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I imagine they probably still do.
I gotta find that. It was a cute keg. I liked it. Whenever
like
I walked to the liquor store. Yeah, a little keg can. And Foster's had a keg can too, didn't they?
Yeah. No, they did. I just don't. I'm trying to remember. I haven't seen that keg can in a while, to be honest with you.
Damn. That's where dreams go to die, I guess. Are you excited for the game? Any of you?
No. I'm excited for the food. Honestly, that's about it. This game, I really wanted the Lions to make it. That would have been exciting, but it's just a repeat. Same people. I really like underdogs in general.
Yep.
And this is just going to be kind of boring for me.
Robbie?
I got some squares. My sister's running the Chicago Marathon, so she's she's doing charity squares. So I bought two for $40. It's $40. So I'm interested in that, but I don't know. I hope the Eagles win. I'm praying the Eagles win. I don't want another season of Mahomes. Just whatever. I don't know. Squares are fun. I went on the 2-2 square. That was pretty during the Pats Eagles. That was a good time. Especially when people are writing my buddy messages being like, I can't believe Robbie V won on the 2-2 square. I was like, what the bleep? I was just like, all right, well. So I made your night.
That does make it a lot more interesting when you've got some random number that you're trying to look for.
And there's always one person who's just like, you know what? We're so close to a safety. And it's like, dude, you're on your own 35. Let's stop that nonsense right now.
Can I say something in the trust tree? Are we in the trust tree?
Yeah.
I'm doing my first squares this year.
Oh, your first one?
I've never done it before. No, I'm a virgin. Never tried square. How does it work?
So you have you have the 1 through 9 randomly assigned, then you have 1 through 9 for both teams. So say you have a square that's I don't know, what is it, 3-3, then you'd be rooting for the last. Obviously 3-3 for Kansas City and Philly, But I mean, some squares aren't going to hit. Like if you have like 7 and 2 or whatever, that's a tough one. Where one team getting 7, the other 2. I think the best ones are like 3-3, 7-7, and 0-0 because 10-10, 20-20, all that good stuff.
So is it like any time that score happens, you win on that square?
It's the end of like the first, the second, the third, and the fourth.
Okay, so it's just the end of the quarter.
Yeah. Although some people do overtime, if overtime is there.
And are the numbers standardized? Is it always like 3-3, 7-7, 7-2, or all that stuff? Or does the person who makes the squares, do they have control over what they pick?
I mean, you can put whatever you want on there. It doesn't have to be just a totally standard square, but it should be an achievable score at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it. Like, one of my buddies asked me to do it. He's like, "Do you want to get in on these squares?" And I said, "Sure." And I've never done it before, so I'm kind of excited. And it will give me something to look forward to because this game is going to suck. And I agree with everything that Joe said. I wish the Lions would have made it. I'm tired of seeing the fucking Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It's just a ho-hum, re-hum. Reminds me of when the Patriots were winning all the time. As a Colts fan, that was a particularly sad time for me in my life. So I don't like seeing it repeat itself. So, but it's getting close to my bedtime. Does anybody have anything else they want to say about the foods or anything? Any do's, don'ts they want to leave the audience with as we go?
I'd say just have plenty of finger foods, some that are hot, some that are cold, lots of dip. And also just kind of set things out throughout the game. Not put everything out right away because then it'll kind of get picked over and then people will feel like going back might be weird or whatever. But if you put something new out, people are more likely to go get some more stuff. So keep those plates loaded up and just have a good time.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
Not food, alcohol, the whole thing. You're in it for the long haul, so it's a long game. You just gotta, and don't talk politics. Just I mean, that's just just don't. Super Bowl is not the time for that. 365, 4 other days of the year. Just go do it then.
I think that's very sound advice, Robbie. Thank you.
Doing my best.
But no, I guess we shall end PRChomps episode 8. Again, thank you two for coming on. You guys are awesome. Always fun to interact with you. You guys are friends on Twitter, and I consider you friends and appreciate you coming on. So that's it. PRChomps episode 8. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Take it easy.
You too.